Alright, I'm going to make, welcome to my kitchen by the way. I'm going to make a habanero garlic jelly. And, you know, I made the red pepper jelly and oh my goodness, it was a huge hit. So I've got people wanting some heat behind it because it was the sweet red peppers. So what I've got is a cup of habanero, finely diced up. And I'm dicing up 6 large, I mean these were giant heads of garlic. You can see how big that piece was. I'm just chopping that all up, getting that all chopped up. It calls for 2 cups, so 6 cloves, large cloves of garlic, 2 cups of finely chopped red bell pepper, which I've got here, 2 cups of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and my goodness, it's a lot of garlic. You really want to chop this up fine so it's when it's suspended in the jelly, it's not a big chunk, but man, what a neat flavor. I can't describe, it doesn't give you garlic breath or anything, but how good to, you know, have over chicken or just as a nice dipping sauce for shrimp or anything like that. I love to cook with different sauces and jellies and keep, you know, everybody wants to keep it on a biscuit or a piece of bread, but jellies were made to be used for other things too. So, there we go. Back in our grandmother's day, they had to use, you know, they could only can and do so many pickled things, and so if they made jellies out of some of their more savory things in the garden, they could be more interesting with their cooking, because they didn't go, you know, let's go buy a habanero sauce at the store. They had to create it on their own. So I'm going to rinse my hands real quick here. So I encourage you to try this because it is just amazing. So I've got 6 cups of sugar. I'm going to go ahead and dump everything in the pan here. I've got a cup of habanero finely chopped. And I really don't want to touch them. You got to be very careful when working with peppers because they will hurt you if they can. Scrape off the extra red pepper and garlic into my pan. This makes it easy. Now I don't get all sticky fingers with the garlic. There you go. I can wash that up. Okay. If you guys think of any other jellies you'd like to see, I'd be happy to see if I can do it. Or any requests for anything you'd like to see being made. If I know how to do it, I'd love to. That's how I roll. Okay, 2 cups of the apple cider vinegar in here. And then it also requires 2 packages of liquid pectin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this on the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil that I cannot stir down. And put my packages of pectin in there, bring it back up to a hard boil for a minute, and then we'll jar it up. My jars are ready and waiting, all sterilized, and my utensils to help me can with are all waiting, also sterilized. So I'll get this on the stove and I'll be back when I'm ready to do something else. Okay, I am stirring for the minute. This is boiling. I've got a hard boil on this jelly. The pectin's in, 2 packages of pectin, liquid. And so I'm just stirring away here. Okay, I'm looking down, I have a clock right down here. And my minute is up, so I am going to turn this off. Get some jars out here and start jarring it up. Now, this jelly, oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you. It's pretty. It's got orange and red and then the little flecks of garlic are white. It's really a pretty jelly. I'm anxious to see it all done. So I'll get some jars and we'll get started. All right, got my jars. They are hot. Good thing I have tough fingers. All right, and I try when I'm doing these pepper jellies, try to, because the vegetables all float to the top, I try to get even amounts in each jar, which it can be challenging. But I try not to just scoop up all the vegetables for the first jars, and I have it sitting there all pretty, and the rest of them are like, hey man, I haven't got anything going on here. So, it's going to be a really pretty jelly. And just a neat combination of flavors with the heat from the habanero, the sweet from the red bell pepper, and the garlic. I could think of so many things to do with this. Like a piece of cornbread. Something like that would work for me. Alright, so I'm going to get these jars filled up. I am going to use my one-piece lids. They seem to work really well. I got 150 of them. I probably should have got more, but I know where to get them now, and I know that she's really fast at getting you the stuff, so I am really happy with that. And I'm going to wipe this lid down so you can see these rims, I should say. And I've got a couple that I could actually put a little bit more in. I don't want anybody cheated out of their jelly. I keep telling you that, but I keep doing it. Okay, now, make sure nothing dripped. Doesn't look like it's got a little bit on it. And I'll put the lids on and get them in the canner so they can stay nice and hot. I did decide that it was best to really crank these lids down pretty good. Because so that rubber can really seat on there. Alright. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. It's just going to be gorgeous. Alright, you guys, I'm going to get these all in the canner. It's going to water bath can for 10 minutes once it comes up to a boil. And I'll show you the end result. Another jelly video. I think I'm just about out of jelly recipes. I don't know. If you can think of any, give me a call. Alright, you guys, I'm back, and I'm going to show you the end result of my habanero garlic jelly. Okay. Beautiful. I love it. This process for 10 minutes, and I leave them sit there and kind of calm down a little bit. Get the water off the top of the lid. Boy, it's so pretty. Look how pretty that's going to be. I just love it. Can't wait to taste it. I may have to grill something tonight other than we're having that Asian chicken salad. I guess I could grill some shrimp on the side. Right? I know my husband wouldn't gripe about it. This gave me 8 half pints. And I can't hardly keep up with the habanero jellies. They're really popular, and I'm just hoping I have enough left over for Christmas. I'm going to have to put a couple cases aside and decide what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let these sit and cool, and after they've cooled, actually it takes a little bit longer than a half hour, but I don't want to turn these upside down until I know these jars are sealed really well. So I let them cool down, and they start gelling a little bit. Then I start mixing up the peppers, because otherwise they're all going to be up at the top and you won't have any suspended throughout the jelly. So garlic doesn't float as much as the peppers do, as you can see. There's garlic there at the bottom. but anyway, it's going to be very pretty. Just like sunshine. All right, YouTube.